Hello Stalkers and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna show you a guide on warfare mode. We're going to see how to set it up in vanilla basically, and then we're going to check some mods to make actually warfare mode a lot better than it actually is. So first thing I'm gonna go to settings. I'm gonna go to gameplay and general. And over here, there's this section here. This is where, the game will clean corpses, basically. Make sure that this is on default. So we have 8 corpses, 75 meters. Dropped items are also clean. So make sure that that setting is like that. Go to the zone. Then go to warfare mode. So by default, right? Warfare mode is set to fast settings, which is not good because going to make your game crash for sure. So if we go up here, there's a section here. It's called present, and we're going to choose slow mode. Now it doesn't mean that because it's slow mode is going to be slow, right? It means only that the game is going to be a bit slower. There's going to be a little less stalkers fighting, but we can change that as well. So there's an option here. This is all out war. I usually turn this on, and if you turn this on, every faction is going to be fighting to control the zone. And if you turn this on, right, you want to make sure that the zombified they don't basically participate in warfare mode. So I'm going to disable them just like this. And as you can see, there's a lot of buttons here, and they're like apply to all. So if I press apply to all here, it's going to remove or apply this option to every single faction here. So be careful not to press these buttons here. So basically now every faction is fighting each other, and zombified are not going to spawn around monolith. So because if I turn this on, right, monolith is going to get destroyed by zombified, which is kind of funny. But yeah, you wanna turn this off if you're going for all out war. So I'm just gonna keep it default here again. So another option you want to change is the auto capture wait time mode, and this one is set to 10 minutes in game. So if there's a section of the zone where I can capture, it's gonna take me 10 minutes in game time, which is about 1 minute, I think, because 1 minute in game time is like 10 seconds real life. So let's set this to 1 here. This is for video purposes. Enable fog of war. Make sure that this is off, right? Just like this. If you turn this on, you're not gonna be able to see the capture zones, which, it's really bad actually. Then you have also this one here. This one, it works in conjunction with the enable fog of war. And if you set this on and then you turn this down, you have to get close to the capture zone or the smart zone. So I tend to call them capture zones, but they're probably smart zones. So we have hide smarts, everything. You should leave these as they are. So one thing that I like to do, I like to tone down the military factions, because the military factions, especially monolith, will absolutely wreck all the other factions. So what I like to do, I like to do something like this. So stalkers are fine, bandits are fine. Actually, let me check the loners here. You see this option here, random squad count. This one, is it this one? Yeah, so this one you want to keep it like this. Yeah. So when an enemy squad or your squad spawns, right, they're going to have between 4 and 6 people, which is fine. For loners, right, we can set this to 5 to 6. So I do apply to all here, and this applied to every single faction now. So if we go to bandits, it's 5 to 6. Clear sky, we're gonna tone it down a little bit here. We're gonna go 4 to 6. And military, because military, they're quite OP. We're gonna set it to 3 to 4. So let's see, 3 to 4, is that good? 3 to 4. Let's set it to 2 and 4 actually, that's better. Freedom, they're kind of military, right? So I'm just gonna set it to 3 and 4. Duty is the same. I'm gonna keep these guys balanced, 3 and 4. Ecologists, they're quite pacifist in warfare mode. So I'm just gonna go 3 and 6. Mercenaries are quite OP as well. So 3 and 4. So let's see, military was 3 and 4, right? No, actually 2 and 4. So let's do 2 and 4 for mercenaries. Monolith, you wanna tone them down as much as you can. 2 and 3. 2 and 3, I think that's good. 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah, let's keep them 2 and 3. Renegades, they're fine. Sin, they're fine as well, because they're kind of like bandits. Then there's Unisig, and Unisig, they're quite OP as well. We're gonna go 3 and 4 here. So I have those options changed. I'm gonna press apply. And another thing that you can change, let me see where it is. There's a lot of options here. By the way, these numbers here, those are minutes in game. So 300 minutes in game, how much is that? I'm not sure how much that is. You have to divide that by 10, I think, yeah. So minimum patrol, this is 30 minutes, basically, here. Let's see. Resource priority, don't change these, don't want to change these at all. Leave them as they are. Yeah, there's something, yeah, this one. So offline power, right? This is very important. Offline power. If, let's say you captured all coordinate, right? And then you go to garbage. As soon as you go to garbage, right? And a few minutes pass, the ALIFE mode will start recapturing the points that you have in coordinates. So you wanna keep this a little bit low. I like to keep it around 5%. Apply this to everyone. Expansion aggression, 20% is pretty good. We're gonna set it to 25 and apply this to everyone. Well, there's also this option here, keep last base, and this basically means that you can't capture the main base of the faction. For example, loners, you can't capture the Cordon village. So yeah, and this option here, this might actually save you some crashing, because crashing mostly happens because the NPCs are actually dying. So that is a big issue. For example, let's say there's HIP, right? And a military squad goes to Cordon to capture Cordon and it kills HIP. Well, the game might crash just because, you know, HIP died. So you have to be careful. Okay, let's do a new. Right, so I'm gonna start as military, right? And I'm gonna show you how it works a little bit. Start with some good stuff here. Let's do that. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'm gonna show you how it works with military, and then I'm gonna show you a mod which changes and improves warfare mode quite a lot. And then we'll talk about crashing as well. Okay, so here we are. Equipped all my stuff here, apart this one. Go. So if I open up my PDA, you're going to see a lot of icons here. And obviously, wait a second. But I'm seeing everything. Okay. Hide unfriendly squads. Yeah, forgot about that. So there's an option, hide unfriendly squads, enabled. Now, yeah, I can only see friendlies. Can see there. So let's say I want to capture here, right? Let's go there.
Здоров.
So weird playing vanilla. So weird. So let's capture here, right? So I have to right click here and press capture point, and then I have to wait here for 10 seconds, but I mean I set it to one minute, so that's 10 seconds basically. You just wait here. So this option here, so 1 minute. So I have to stand here for 1 minute, but it's 1 minute in game. 1 minute in game is about 10 seconds. So it's gonna be very fast. Watch. It's gonna be very fast. It should turn into a military icon. Hopefully. Now, if you can't capture this, there's either mutants around you, or there's enemy stalkers around you. And if you see these guys turn red, that means that your faction is going to attack that place soon. So, for example, here, look, Cordon villages turned red, so that basically means that someone is going to attack there, probably our faction. And it's taking a while. Come on, capture it. But it's a little bit buggy. There you go.
Ну,
And
я
as you
слушаю.
can see, you have to like click here, click there. It's a bit weird. Quite weird. Let's capture here as well. So the more you capture, right, the better. For example, this was just territory. So this is just like a place where you know, you can defend. But this is actually a base here. So if you look here, we can also select a point here and select the squad. Tell them to move here, for example. You can also tell them to attack here. You don't want to send all of them because they will leave this place unmanned, and that is actually very bad. So I'm just gonna send them back here. As you can see, it's back again. So I can actually send these guys as well here, and if I want to, I can also tell them to follow me. I think you can see I'm sending them here and there. Done. Follow me. Go. You know, you want to make sure that there's space between the mouse and the place where you want to click. But yeah, that's how Warfare mode works. There's a mod, right? And it's called Warfare ALIFE mode. It doesn't have any requirements at all. Doesn't need MCM menu. Doesn't need anything really. And you can, you know, have this mod on. It doesn't interfere with story mode or anything. So you can just turn this on, and it will improve Warfare mode quite a lot. I'm gonna show you actually. So as you can hear, there's a lot of fighting going on already. This is where, you know, things might crash, because for example, if I send everyone here and they kill all the NPCs, there's a good chance that the game's gonna crash. So I'm just gonna quit here for now, and I'll show you the Warfare ALIFE mode. So Warfare ALIFE mode, right? This one. You don't need any requirements at all. You don't even need the MCM menu. Nothing. You don't need nothing. So I'm just gonna load this mod, and we're going to check the differences between, you know, regular vanilla warfare and with ALIFE overhaul. Okay, so now I have warfare ALIFE overhaul loaded. So if I go to warfare mode here, you're going to see that some things changed. We still have the presence from the vanilla, but we're going to set it to ALIFE overhaul fast. And we have a bunch of options now. For example, we have this one, this option here. If, let's say, there's freedom, right, and loners, and they have captured something near garbage, right, with this option on, especially if you have dynamic relationships option on, they can actually start fighting each other. So we're gonna turn that off. Okay. This one here, this is also new. This is also new here. You can actually increase the amount of starting squads or mutants, right? We also have enable auto capture, as you can see. This one is quite different when you capture one of you know, the when you capture one of those caps. Basically, I'm gonna show you how to. So this is the old option, the one that where I had to like right click capture and had to wait. Enable fog of war, no, turn that off. As you can see, loners have some extra fog of war. Basically, they will not be attacked as soon as possible. And we have to, I think I have to change pretty much everything here again. Zombified, don't participate, thank you. That's weird. And expansion aggression, we're gonna set that to 25%. Offline power, we're gonna set it to 1 to everyone. But you also have night activity chance. You can actually crank this a bit higher. Right, keep last base, already talked about that. So we're going to change, is it some squad count? Right. So random patrols, this one turn it off. This one will actually spawn stalkers around you. You don't want to do that. Turn this off. Now we're going to change this again. Let's see. So we're gonna go 3 and let's go 3 and 5. Actually, let's go 4 and 5. So 4 and 5 for everyone. This is how many squads there are going to be. Bandits is fine. Clear skies, we're gonna tone that down a little bit. Down. Military, we're gonna tone it down quite a lot. 3 and 2 and 3. 3. So freedom is 3 and 4. Duty, same thing as freedom. 3 and 4. Right, ecologist, 3 and 4 is fine. Right, mercenaries, 2 and 3. Monolith, 2 and 3 as well. You guys are OP. Unisig, 3 and 4. That's fine. So that's all we need, right? Press apply, new game. We're going to start the same thing again. Oops. No. Military, warfare enabled, Gordon. Let's start with some guns. Some guns here and warfare. Oh, and you can actually play warfare and story mode, as far as I know, when you have warfare ALIFE enabled, which is very weird, and I don't recommend you to do that. Okay, let's start. Okay, here we are. With this again. Let's check if it's working. It's working. Good. So as you can see, there's a bit less zones to take now, because, for example, there was one here, right? So warfare ALIFE is a bit different. I think it's a bit easier actually, like the way you capture stuff. It's a lot easier. Not talking about fighting. I'm talking about, you know, micromanaging things. Let's go. So look, the military, they're going to attack here. So if you are a military faction, you can actually use the PDA, kind of like radio. And for example, you can tell them, look, I found this cap here. Can you send me a squad here so we can reinforce? And it's really nice. It's very lore friendly as well. And I'm not sure if loners have this option. I think loners, and I'm not sure which other faction, they don't have this option. So you have to like manually grab a squad, right, and tell them to go wherever you need to go. You want to capture. Okay. What am I? So as you can see, I try to capture here, and look, I just sent a message to the base, basically, just like that. So a squad should be coming here now. So all I did is I just opened up my PDA, and that will automatically send a message to my base. Basically, they're always going to send you like a squad from the closest base. Let's say that I don't have a base here, right? But they have a base somewhere here. They can send me someone from this base, for example. They have to go from the swamps to here. So yeah, that will take some time. And another thing is that if I go, for example, here, and we don't have a base here anywhere around this area, they will not actually send me anyone because they can't jump from one, you know, section to another. So I have to keep that in mind. Another thing that I'm gonna show you now is why the game actually crashes. As I said before, the game crashes because of, you know, NPC death. For example, if you play duty, you're going to crash quite a lot. Let me show you why. So duty, or Rostock, I mean, is like the most place that the game will actually crash on you when you're playing warfare mode, because there's a lot of, first of all, there's a lot of NPCs that are close to each other, as you can see, and the biggest problem is that there's a lot of NPCs that are kind of like essential. And in warfare mode, or I mean in warfare ALIFE, for example, if this guy dies in regular vanilla mode, there's no shop. There's no way you're gonna buy anything from, you know, a dead guy. So warfare ALIFE mod actually fix that. If this guy dies, one of these other guys over here, he will take over his job, which is like to sell you stuff, and I think also tasks will work as well. I'm actually gonna try that. So if these guys start dying, right? There's a good chance that the game will crash. There's a really good chance that the game will crash, actually. Especially this guy, the arena guy. So it didn't crash at all, but I mean, it can happen. Because sometimes I would like test it, just to see how, you know, bad it is. But yeah, sometimes it will crash on you, like, for that reason alone. Yeah, it's not crashing now. And also there's the barman as well, so look, he's still talking. I mean, that's how buggy it is sometimes. Okay. So, so yeah, be careful. Especially in Rostock, right? If you're gonna play as duty, make sure that there's less stalkers, right? Make the game as slow as possible. Make sure to tone these some of these options here, especially the one where there's a lot of squads, like this one. Tone it down. Even if especially if your PC is a potato, right? Tone it down, and that should, make your warfare experience a lot better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe and like as always. And if you have any problems, just comment down here. I'll answer you no matter how old this video is. And if you want to see how Warfare ALIFE mode works, check out my series. I actually tested it about I think it was 6 months ago or more. I think it's more now. So yeah, check out that series there. I had about 60 mods, I think, 60, 40 mods, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, it didn't crash. I think I only had one crash. It was in when I tagged Freedom guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to have fun and bye for now. Thanks for watching.